I'm not really used to talking about myself in this kind of way, so this video is probably gonna be pretty awkward, but I think it's an important one, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Hello everybody, my name is Danny and welcome back to my channel. Ignore the changed background, there'll be a video in a little while with that whole thing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all of the accomplishments and achievements that I've had throughout the past year. I know it's really easy to get to the end of the year and look back on all these grand goals you set for yourself and kind of beat yourself up for not getting them. I know that's usually something that ends up happening to me, but I've decided this year I'm gonna flip the script a little bit, and I'm gonna look back at all of the stuff that I achieved and just talk about it with you guys. So I have this broken down into 3 categories. The first is writing, the second is other creative endeavors, and the third is just general life accomplishments. So let's start off with writing. So the first big accomplishment with writing that I made this year is that I outlined an entire 4-book high fantasy series, and I got a first draft done of the first 2 books in that series, which is insane to think about. I do wish that I would have been able to get the whole series done for a first draft, but it wasn't working out, and I just don't think it's time for that series yet. I need to get my brain into, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, like, my brain wants to work on other projects, and so I will return to the Queen's Quartet one day, but just not today. The second writing accomplishment is that I wrote a second draft of Revelry in the Dark, which was my NaNoWriMo project for 2020, and I sent that draft off to beta readers, which is a step in the writing process that I've never gotten to before, and it's really funny. Sometimes I have 5 people beta reading for me, and sometimes like 2, 3, even 4 of them will be reading at the same time, so I'll just get notification after notification after notification popping up that they're leaving comments on the document, and like, it's a little bit overwhelming, but it's also like really encouraging that they're taking time out of their day to help me with this and make my story as best as it can be. It's really nice, and I'm so happy to have a story hit this new milestone in my writing journey. And the third thing is kind of like a half accomplishment, because I didn't win NaNoWriMo, but I got most of a first draft out of it. Yeah, I still haven't finished Project Labyrinth, but I promise I will soon. Hopefully. My goal is to get it done by the end of the year. I only have like 3 more chapters left, and I don't know why, it's just not coming out. But I mean, everything comes in its own time. And that's obviously I've done more with writing this year, but I feel like those are the major accomplishments that I wanted to talk about. So why don't we move on to more other creative endeavors, if I can speak English properly. So the first thing is that I participated in the Nostalgia Train book club, which was the first book club I ever joined, and also I did buddy reading for the first time this year. It's just really fun to read anyway, but like, reading knowing that you'll get to discuss this with someone else who's taking in the information at relatively the same time as you is just, it's a whole different thing, and I really enjoyed it, even though I have to apologize to my buddy reading buddies for how fast I read, because a couple of times I kind of binge read the entire book and just left them to still have a whole big chunk of it to go, and it took a while, but it's fine. I understand that I just read really fast. But yeah, buddy reading is super fun, and I also really enjoy the Nostalgia Train book club. If you don't know what that is, definitely check it out. Check out Writing Violet's channel for information on that. But yeah, it's been a great year for my reading. So the second creative endeavor achievement thing is that I started streaming on YouTube, And this started because of the Nostalgia Train book club. The very first pick was Aragon, which was one that I had suggested, and so I was part of the live stream, and then from there, Violet, Crystal, Marta, and I decided that we really liked streaming together, so now we stream kind of every other Thursday. Just about then, kind of a wonky schedule, but it's so much fun, and I've hosted streams other than those. I've been on other people's streams, and I really enjoy it. It's a nice way to hang out with people. And the third non-writing creative endeavor that I'm very proud of myself for is my Keyleth cosplay. I had never cosplayed before, and it's not the best. It's very clearly a first cosplay, but I think it turned out so cute, and I got to debut it at the Ren Fair, and you can see it in my Vox Machina-thon announcement video. Oh, that's another thing that I didn't put on this list, but another achievement is that I'm hosting a readathon for the first time, and it's super fun, and I'm just having a good time with it. Okay, and last but not least, I just have some general life achievements, and the first one is that I moved out of my parents' place, and then I ended up moving a second time because the lease was up in the first place, but that's besides the point. But, yeah, it's just, I struggle sometimes with feeling like a real adult, which, I'm 23 years old, I'm definitely an adult, but, I don't know if it's an autism thing or just a me thing or what have you, but I always feel like I'm behind where I should be, and it's stupid to feel that way because there's no right way to do things, no set time. You should have different things happen in your life, but it's just how I feel about a lot of stuff, and I'm just really happy to have taken this step out of my comfort zone into this new place. And yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, but I consider that an achievement. And finally, I think the greatest achievement of them all is finding myself in such an amazing community of writers and generally creative people and wonderful friends, and I just can't thank everyone enough for being so kind and welcoming, and I'm just rambling now, but I'm so forever grateful for all of the friends that I've made throughout this year through YouTube and the like, and I look forward to next year and all of the crazy stuff we all get into then. And so that's all from me. I just wanted to take some time to think about all of the great things that have happened this year. I know it's 2021 and 2020 were very hard years for basically everyone, and so I think it's good to just take some time to sit and think over all the good things that happened. And so if any of you guys want to do this kind of video, please do and let me know about it so I can watch and encourage you from the comments. But for now, this is it for me. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.